And that's exactly one of the things that helped me achieve a lot of my dreams. Because people like the people who work with CYC and family members who were distant to me decided to take a chance on me and invest in my life. And I've been able to have a great career ever since. I started out working in healthcare, of course, where I was a psychiatric technician. And in this job, I learned a lot about myself, a lot about my family, and the things that precipitated where I ended up in life, whether that was positive or negative. I later became a psych nurse and then became a trauma nurse. And in these roles, I continued to learn a lot of the things that I didn't learn growing up because I didn't have those inputs that a lot of people generally have. I later became a crisis worker, a mental health crisis worker. And with this role with law enforcement, my job was to go out to group homes, to shelters, to anyone who's in mental and emotional distress, to help them understand why things are happening and help them work through their crisis moments, whether they're feeling homicidal or suicidal, or maybe they're psychotic and have many mental health diagnoses. I'd be the one that went to help them. And that was one of the most passionate things I've ever done in my life. And I learned a lot. But the one job that I learned the most from was actually a job that I volunteered for. It was for a foster youth empowerment program. I signed up to help with these teenage kids who were in foster care. And within 3 weeks, I became their regional facilitator on the side from my job in the hospital. And I had so much passion and drive for it because I realized that they were a lot like me. And as their leader, my job was to actually simply help them learn and understand how to overcome a lot of their psychological, emotional, traumatic experiences in order to live healthier, happier, more successful lives. And not only that, but it was to also create a level of community awareness of some of the things that cause problems for these youth in the system. So we would work to help them learn how to speak in public and share their stories in a healthy way. And then we would also work to impact legislative changes that would change the structure of the system. Now, one thing that really hit me at that point was realizing these kids that I was working with were really just like me.
Welcome to my future. My future is now. For every person that's ever been held back by another that didn't see your vision,